Stop everything you're doing right now because what just leaked might be one of the most dangerous pieces of audio Hollywood has ever tried to bury. This isn't a headline, it isn't a rumor. It's a voicemail, and not just any voicemail, but a voice message allegedly tied to Wendy Williams. Insiders are calling it career-ending, industry-shattering, and the one recording they hoped would never surface. But here's where things take a darker turn. Long before this voicemail ever hit the internet, before this voicemail ever hit the internet, before the panic behind closed doors, Katt Williams tried to warn everyone. At the time, most people dismissed him. They laughed, scrolled past, or brushed it off as another rant. Now, the same themes he hinted at: power plays, secret deals, manipulation behind the scenes, are being echoed in a recording, so explosive that even people inside Hollywood are scrambling to figure out who leaked it. And who might be next? This isn't just gossip. This isn't just drama. This feels like a crack in the foundation of an entire industry built on silence, influence, and carefully controlled narratives. Because in this voicemail, Wendy doesn't just talk, she reveals. She hints at rooms the public never sees. Conversations that were never meant to leave closed doors. Names that aren't said out loud, yet somehow everyone seems to know exactly who she's talking about. And the most chilling part, it doesn't sound like speculation. It sounds like someone who knows. Social media is already in meltdown mode. Celebrities have gone unusually quiet. Insiders, according to whispers, are panicking behind the scenes. Because if this recording is real, then everything people thought they understood about Hollywood might be nothing more than a carefully scripted illusion. And what happens next is where things go from shocking to almost unbelievable. The moment the voicemail began circulating in private group chats, something shifted, and not gradually, but instantly. The first people to hear it weren't fans or bloggers. They were insiders, producers, assistants, executives. The kind of people who don't react publicly, but move quietly when something serious happens. And according to multiple whispers leaking from those circles, their first reaction wasn't disbelief, it was panic. Because the voice in the recording, allegedly Wendy Williams, was calm. Too calm, not emotional, not ranting. Just matter of fact, like someone documenting events they had already witnessed. That's what made it unsettling. It didn't sound like gossip. It sounded like evidence. At one point early in the recording, the voice allegedly says, "They don't pick talent, they pick control." That single line detonated across the internet the moment it leaked. Suddenly, everything people thought they understood about Hollywood began to feel staged. And then the voicemail continues. Detail after detail, scenario after scenario. No direct names, but descriptions so specific that insiders reportedly knew exactly who was being referenced. Private meetings, closed-door decisions, careers determined not in auditions, but in conversations that never made it to paper. And then it gets even heavier. According to those who claim to have heard it, Wendy describes not isolated incidents, but a pattern, a system. A machine that rewards silence and quietly punishes anyone who steps out of line. As soon as that part of the voicemail began circulating, the internet lost control. Old clips of Katt Williams resurfaced almost instantly, interviews, stand-up moments, past rants that people once ignored. Now they were being reposted everywhere with captions like, "He tried to tell us, and this hits different now." Because suddenly everything he hinted at seemed to align a little too perfectly. The deeper people dug, the messier it became. Alongside the voicemail, alleged insider screenshots began making the rounds: messages, emails, fragments of conversations. Whether real or fabricated, they were convincing enough to raise serious questions. One message supposedly read, "Keep her distracted. She talks too much when she's focused." Another said, "Don't blacklist. Just don't call back." Subtle, calculated, cold, and whether authentic or not, they fed directly into the narrative the voicemail was building, that careers in this industry aren't always destroyed loudly. Sometimes they're erased quietly. Then came the moment that pushed everything over the edge. Halfway through the voicemail, the tone reportedly shifts just enough to notice. And Wendy allegedly says, "They smile in your face and decide your future when you leave the room." That line hit differently. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't exaggerated. It felt real, uncomfortably real. Suddenly, people weren't just watching anymore. They were analyzing everything: past interviews, award shows, public interactions, looking for clues that now seemed impossible to ignore. The chaos was immediate. Twitter threads turned into full-blown investigations. TikTok videos dissected every second of the audio. People began connecting dots between celebrities who mysteriously disappeared from the spotlight and moments where they may have stepped out of line. Then came the reactions from celebrities themselves. At first, they were subtle. A vague tweet here, a cryptic Instagram story there. But people noticed the timing. One unnamed actor reportedly posted, "Y'all think this is new? It's been like this." The post was deleted within minutes, but not before screenshots spread everywhere. Another celebrity liked a post about the voicemail, then quickly unliked it. Too late, people had already seen it. And then came the loudest reaction of all: silence. No jokes, no commentary. No denial from people who are usually always online. That silence spoke volumes. But just when it seemed like things couldn't escalate further, they did. A second audio clip surfaced, shorter, distorted, but clearly connected. In that clip, a second voice appears, unconfirmed, unclear, but responding directly. And what? It says sent chills through everyone who heard it. "You're saying too much." You know how this ends. That was it. But it changed everything, because now this didn't just feel like exposure. It felt like a warning, maybe even a threat. The internet spiraled. Speculation exploded. Executives, managers, celebrities, everyone became a possible suspect. No confirmations, just theories. But the tone shifted instantly. This wasn't just revealing anymore, it felt dangerous. And right in the middle of all this, Katt Williams began trending again, not for comedy, but for something else entirely: validation. Clips of him talking about control, gatekeeping, and industry manipulation resurfaced everywhere. The narrative flipped. He wasn't being dismissed anymore. He was being reconsidered. Then came a new layer to the story. Insiders began claiming the voicemail was never meant to leak, not yet. According to whispers, it was part of something bigger, a collection of recordings, multiple conversations, different moments, a timeline. If that's true, then what's been heard so far might only be the beginning. One alleged source even claimed, if that's what they released first, you don't want to hear the rest. And just like that, this stopped being a viral moment. It became a ticking clock. Because now the question isn't just what was said, it's what hasn't been heard yet. Reports began circulating about emergency meetings happening behind closed doors, phones turned off, rooms cleared. Only a select few allowed inside. The goal wasn't denial, it was containment. Because a single moment can be explained away. But a pattern? That's something else entirely. Then the internet uncovered an old clip of Wendy Williams years ago, pausing mid-interview and saying, "There are things I know I can't say yet." At the time, it was brushed off. Now, it feels like a warning that went unnoticed. And just when things couldn't get more intense, a third voicemail rumor began spreading, longer, clearer, and this time, allegedly, names are mentioned. A short snippet reportedly leaked, grainy, distorted, but enough to shake everything again. In it, Wendy allegedly says, "I've sat in rooms where they decide who wins awards before nominees are even announced. And if you don't play along, you don't get invited back." That single statement reignited everything. Award shows, controversial wins, shocking snubs, moments people once questioned suddenly felt different. The implications weren't subtle anymore, they were direct, and the reactions, explosive. Some people believed it completely, calling it the biggest industry exposure ever. Others pushed back, calling it exaggerated or impossible. But even skeptics struggled with one thing: the patterns. Too many coincidences, too many stories, too many moments that now seem connected. Then Katt Williams spoke again, this time on stage. Funny how the truth sounds crazy until it ain't. No one laughed, not this time. And just hours later, reports began circulating that legal teams were preparing not lawsuits but defenses. As if more was expected to come. Because if even part of this is real, this doesn't end with outrage. It escalates. Investigations, denials, a full-blown industry crisis. And now no one knows what comes next. But one thing is clear, this isn't just a story anymore. It's a shift. Because for the first time, the conversation isn't being controlled. It's spreading too fast, too far, and too unpredictably. And whether all of this turns out to be truth, exaggeration, or something in between, the impact is already there. People are questioning everything, every headline, every award, every success story. And once that kind of doubt sets in, it doesn't disappear. So now the only question left is this: if this is what we've heard so far, what haven't we heard yet?